Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Fools and Flagons. The shit show that you're about to be in for tonight is going to be primo.
Uh-huh.
Oh god. Well, anyway, this episode of Fools and Flagons is a Tales of Archeron, a tabletop campaign made up entirely by me, where Zeke, go ahead, shoot. Oh, there's Becca in the background. We got a special guest that's going to be probably taunting him from behind. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying to make sense of all this today.
That works out for you.
So anyway, we live stream our D&D campaigns every Friday on Twitch, alternating between the Tales of Archeron like tonight and the Storm King's Chaos, which is on alternating Fridays, which is done by Zeke, that guy over there.
Hi. I'm here.
On top of streaming D&D, we have Pez Plays during the week, usually on Tuesdays. We play all sorts of random games. We've done Duck Hunt, Jackbox, Red Dead 2, all sorts of stuff. We also have Metallurgy Magic on the weekends. That is Meddle's deal. I think we did Sea of Thieves the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But regardless, if you like what we do and you would like to support us, please consider our coffee page. The links can be found down below. It's coffee.com/fools&flagons. The links, sorry, I skipped ahead on my own fucking script. Donations are never required, but always appreciated. Just waiting to see if Kayla was paying attention. She wasn't. All proceeds from donations and memberships go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it really does help keep the podcast alive and well. If you're watching us live on Twitch, we want to thank you for your follows and subscriptions and bits. We do apologize that we won't be verbally recognizing those as we go through the stream, so it doesn't interrupt the flow of the story. But I can guarantee you that these assholes over here are probably not going to be paying attention at one point or another and will likely respond to you in the chat.
Eh?
Yeah. So, anyone have anything else before I murder you all tonight?
Me.
Yes.
I hope everyone has a lovely weekend.
I will. Thank you.
Well, that was very nice.
I get ink tomorrow, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
What you doing? Oh, I don't know if you
Doing
want
my arms stuff.
Ooh.
Pixar didn't happen. And if she does eventually post pictures, please be sure to join us in the Fools and Flagons Discord channel.
Links can be found below for that. We welcome anyone and everyone that wants to join in. We're always looking for people to play games with and hang out with. So yeah, I think we even have 3 people in general chat that are probably watching the stream and reacting. Oh, yep, there they go. There's Meddle trying to yeet his avatar. So, if no one else has anything, let's get started. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons. Put the gun away.
Please drink responsibly.
And by gun, I mean Nerf gun. He is being safe.
Mine is right there, just in case.
Well, we are a
Your
pirate
gun.
ship, and we're about to go into battle.
I don't think that I can show mine on stream.
And I'm going to need your strongest potions.
So,
for my potions.
picking up where we last left off. I'm sorry, am I keeping you awake?
No.
God damn it.
It's the alcohol. Blame the alcohol.
Vanera was finally able to read from Cadall's journal of constantly changing words and phrases.
Yeah.
What was found within disproved all other creation myths, as Cadall wrote in length of how he unintentionally became a deity and helped to create the world as it was currently known. They also learned of the great evil he was able to seal away and surmised that the shadowy beings they'd been encountering were likely tied to this entity. With all of this information shared with the Tempests and them alone, they discussed what they wanted to do next. Zaan spoke with Cadall, and Brick searched for advice from Bolur and Tlazocoatl, with Bolur revealing that they were not omniscient, and therefore encouraged the Tempests to do what they do best: meddle and get in the enemy's way. He also advised that they take care of their own personal affairs as soon as possible to remove distractions and ensure they were at their strongest to face this shadowy threat. First on their list, get revenge on the Pirate Captain Shirahama and retrieve what was taken from them. Hopping aboard the Harper's Fury, they set off after their 3-week training spell with the crew and the captain. And we now find ourselves on the open ocean aboard the Harper's Fury, on its way to the pirate stronghold of High Tide. There's a bit of a problem, however, as the Harper's Fury is being assailed by a ghostly ship. Could it be because Pez pissed off Seto, or perhaps it's just his player who rolled the travel roll for the day? Either way, this is Pez's fault, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Por qué no los dos?
Oh.
Oh,
So
probably need to. Is this theater? This isn't theater of the mind, is it?
No,
No.
you need to
No.
have the
Oh.
thing open.
real quick, just like gameplay,
Which means I can talk out of character. Does our ship have its own initiative roll, or is
Yes,
it our
the-
individual?
Well, the ship itself isn't so much having its own initiative roll, it's the people that are manning the parts of the ship that have their initiative rolls will influence the ship's initiative roll. So if you were on manning one of the cannons, your initiative will determine when you fire the cannon.
Okay.
So, with that being said, I need to get 2 encounters. So, as this was all happening, I need to know where everyone was positioned on the ship. Zaan, I know, was in the crow's nest. Pez, where were you?
What were we doing last session? I was probably with
I know Vanera was at the front of the ship because she was looking for. Hey, Brick. You're. It's still
Crisper.
really noisily.
Crisper!
That's gonna sound great on the podcast.
Doesn't sound sorry.
It sounds fantastic.
I probably would have been on the top deck. Like, where are the cannons? They're below deck, right?
There
Or
are
are they
two.
on the top deck?
There are 3 on the top deck, 2 in the front, 1 in the rear, and there's 6 on either side underneath.
Okay. I probably would have been on the top of the deck near the stairs descending, because I was just following Mr. Silver, our cook.
Why? Why did it make you huge?
I want to see, but you can't. I want to see.
I don't.
Brick was
Why are you so big?
Brick
It
was
has rage.
finicking with the top deck cannons. I think the mortar, if specifically.
The one at the rear. Got it. Okay, sorry. I need to figure out why Pez's token was just gigantic.
It's
Yeah, for
real
some reason
size.
you were set to have a 4x4 grid space. I don't know why.
Barbarian, the
True.
hero
Yeah.
giant.
No.
Yeah, he took a.
I
level
I
in Path
triple
of the Giant.
classed.
No. Okay. So we will bring everyone here.
There we go. There's that loading bar. All right, where am I? Yep, there I am. Why is my health Garbo?
Gerbo.
85. Let me change that. There we go.
Okay. So, the ghostly ship. Oh, are we getting a poop sensor again? Okay.
Glad it wasn't just me.
Okay, so everyone rolls. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I missing? Kasumi,
Me?
where are you?
I think she was sitting and looking out the side of the ship. I don't remember which side, but it was closer towards the back.
Towards the back.
Yeah. She was just looking out at the water.
Okay.
Out of the water.
At the water.
Water.
The water. Whoa.
Oh, zoomed in.
That's
I
not.
didn't.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
I just commented. I don't know why I did that.
I'm honestly not sure why I did that either.
And it won't let me zoom out.
Okay, so that is everyone. Nope, not everyone. Gotta get all
Sorry, I
them.
didn't mean to.
It's been a minute since I've done this. Toggle combat. Okie dokie. Gonna go ahead and roll all the NPCs.
That's a lot.
They rolled a 15.1.
Okay,
Why are there decimals? It's interesting.
Vanera.
Yeah.
What did you roll for initiative?
18 plus 2, so 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Pez, what'd you get?
I happen to have rolled a 16.
16. Okay. Kasumi?
I rolled a natural 20 plus 4.
Oh, gee, I wonder who's gonna go first. Not gonna be Brick, I bet. What'd you get, buddy?
12.
Yep, told you.
I don't have any dexterity.
Rolled a 17 plus 7.
17 plus 7.
Oh,
Wait, I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, my initiative's plus 7.
Jesus. Well, he's going
What's
first.
your dexterity modifier?
It's Herringons also get a.
There's someone at the
Initiative
door.
bonus.
I will be,
You want me to
I
get
will
it?
be right back.
We can entertain.
Wanted to sell us an alarm system. And I said, sorry, not interested, busy.
We
I have
have
one in
one.
my hand.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a gun.
Yeah, well, she was standing down by your car, so that was smart. So 17 and 7, so 24.
Yes.
Math is fucking hard. Ba-doop, ba-doop.
Wow,
Okay.
so a Herringon swashbuckler would have a unbelievable initiative.
So, with that being
No.
said,
No.
Be a rabbit. Fuck them. Be a rabbit.
with all that being said, as you all begin to gather up onto the ship, you see that there are a multitude of ghostly specters upon the equally transparent ship. And as it begins to come up broadside, there doesn't appear to be any functioning weaponry upon it. There does look to be a ballista of some sort at the front, but whatever after image is there, it appears to be split and not particularly functional. So, with that being said, Kasumi, you are up first. What would you like to do, madame, as you scold the other crew members for bothering you during this heated moment of battle?
I'll beat them with a spoon.
Is it a magic spoon?
It's wooden.
Spiritual weapon.
What would you like to do, madam?
Okay, so let me get this pulled back up. So how close are they to me?
The ship seems to be keeping a fair distance away from you. You are roughly 70 feet away in a straight line.
70 feet away?
70 feet.
Okay. Sorry, my thing won't let me scroll anymore ever since it made me zoom into Brick. So I can't zoom out.
sorry.
Oh, here, let me try doing the begin combat. Does that help at all? No?
Try commenting. That's what caused mine to zoom in.
There she goes.
Hold on. Okay, I can't see. I'm gonna have to refresh it.
Okay, that's fine.
The one directly in front of me, like across from me, I'm just gonna shoot one of the ones in the front with my Saito.
Okay.
Okay.
Show me what you got.
I like what you got.
Let's
Look how they're spinning around in circles.
that'd be a 14.
A 14?
Uh-huh.
Well, by Jove, that hits.
Oh, okay. All right. So, That would be 12 points of piercing damage.
Well, some bitch. Let me see something here super quick. Yeah, okay. How many points was that again? Sorry, I had to check on something else.
12 points.
12
of
points.
piercing.
Okay. You all see as the ship comes closer, and these figures seem to be kind of reaching over the side of the small, much smaller ship, and some of them even appear to be starting to phase through it, heading towards you. But one, Kasumi just goes, and just pierces straight through it, and you see it visibly react and recoil from the shot as the glowing green arrow from Basaito just straight through it.
Ooh. Okay. And then the side of the hole, is there an area where I can duck and hide?
Yeah, it's a standard railing, so it's about,
Okay.
yay-ish high on you. So you could definitely go pew and just.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action hide, but I'm also, just to try to throw him off a bit, I'm gonna move this way.
Okay. Roll your stealth, please.
Okay. Which is gonna be an obnoxiously high number.
Oh no.
Oh, darn.
Well, darn.
Well, I rolled low, but I got an 18.
Oh.
Okay, duly noted.
Their ship
All
is
right.
And that's my
see-through,
turn.
ours is not.
That's all for you. All right. Zaan, you are up. Vanera, you're on deck.
At a quick glance, is there anybody that we can see piling? Oh, there is. I just didn't zoom in far enough.
Well, make a perception check for me.
Sure. What's 19 plus 9?
19
28.
plus 9. Yeah, you can definitely see that of the specters that are aboard this ship, there is one that looks a bit more corporeal than the others, and you're just like, him.
Okay,
not-
Let me just double check something real quick here.
What, Pez?
No, nothing. Don't worry about it.
What would you like to do, sir?
I can't ping, can I?
If you click and hold, I believe.
No, sorry. So there.
What about there?
You see Zaan up in his little chariot of up in the airness, and you
The
just see
crow's
Stormcloud
nest?
here. Yes. Chariot of upness, I like better.
God damn it.
How much have you had to drink?
He doesn't
lot.
drink.
I'm so high on life right now.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so that point right there, you're gonna see storm clouds appear above the boat, and he's going to cast Call Lightning.
Is that not a radius ability?
5 feet in a circle around it. So it's gonna hit the 2 ghosts and the captain.
Okay, I see.
And yeah, so
So is it a dexterity save? Are you rolling to attack?
and that is at 5th level.
You locked up for a minute, or I locked up.
Oh, sorry. So I don't. It's just everybody's got to make a dexterity saving
Okay,
throw,
I
or
didn't
is
hear
it-
the dexterity saving throw part. That's where I kind of missed.
You were asking while he was telling you.
Oh.
My bad.
So that was
17 is what you got to beat.
sure as fuck didn't. That one didn't. And
Let's get the
Big
D10s.
Mama Jamma.
5 D10s.
Wow, what a roller coaster. All 3 fails.
Okay, so 10, 20, 33 points.
33.
33 points. Well, it's at 5th level, so I mean.
Yeah, okay. Well, the 2 nearest to the captain, as the lightning bolt strikes, you see there is a bright flash that strikes the boat, and 2 of the spectral figures just seem to fizzle out of existence. Okay, is that all for you, sir?
No. How tall is the crow's nest?
You're roughly 60 feet up.
I'll get halfway down to. So is it multiple things that are holding multiple sails, or is it just one long sail?
There are two. Forget the names of them.
You're
the
good.
wood things that hold the sail.
Gonna get to the halfway down one with movement, and then use rabbit hop to just jump the fuck down for the rest of the distance. Should get me at least 70 feet.
Okay. So you land and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall. And let's see. Just kind of that, like, you kind of land and go, like, that hurts the cankles a little bit.
Makes sense.
Okay, it is now the first group of specters' turns.
Not me.
Oh, you're up next, but they rolled at just a little bit higher than you.
Fuck.
And you do see, oops, come on. The ones towards the back of the ship that have been getting shot the most here recently. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Begin to coast through the open space between the two ships, heading towards where they had last seen Kasumi.
Don't like it all.
They cannot reach further, so they're going to use their action to dash further onto the ship. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. One of them's going to head towards First Mate Isadora, and where Zaan is, this other one is actually going to head that way as well. 5, 10, 15. I don't like the size of whoever put that down.
So I was gonna say something. That's the lightning storm. That's so that I know what I can hit and what I can't hit, if I choose to activate it again.
Okay. This one's gonna
I
move.
didn't know
this way
that
to where I can
ghosts
see
could bleed.
I didn't have time to change the color of the blood.
Where do you think ectoplasm comes from?
Okay. So unfortunately, that is all that they are able to do. I say unfortunately for me because I have nothing else to do now. But that does bring us to Lady Vanera. Pez, you are on deck.
Yum, yum, yum.
Put your chimkin away and fight, damn it.
No, I am. So zooms out so far. I would like to.
Rage.
Yes. How'd you know? No. Move here.
Okay.
Here. I
Yep.
don't know how to move.
Hit spacebar.
I can see everyone now. And then.
Oh no, that was 75 feet wherever you were just aiming.
I know. That's okay. I too would like to cast a 5th level spell.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right.
Insect plague.
Oh, God.
I don't like this game anymore.
Should have brought more ghosties.
It has a 20-foot radius.
I don't like this game anymore. Okay. And where were you centering it again? Can you
Whose purple voodoo is that?
That's Zaan's. You can put your own down. It should be a different color than his.
How do I do that?
Do you see the little angled ruler?
Angled ruler.
And then you
Pick a point
select
and
the
drag it
circle, and then you pick a point and drag it, and however long that radius is what covers. So you pick the point where you want to center it, click and drag.
Center it.
Yeah.
"20 feet, right there."
That's all of them.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. This has been a fun time for me. Okay, what do I? I'm assuming it's a save from me.
Yeah, you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do they have a negative in Constitution since they're ghosts?
Pez, I'm gonna need you to shut the hell up. What do they need to beat?
16.
2 of them succeed. Wait, nope. I need to roll one more. 2 of them succeed. So what's the damage?
Well, The ones that don't take 21 points of damage. And then the ones that do, half that. So 10, or 11. 11.
Whoa.
Round up.
Bonus action? No, and then I would like to end my turn. Put it in defense mode and end my turn.
Are you sure you don't have a bonus action you want to do?
I mean, my spiritual weapon?
Unfortunately, you can't do that since you did the...
Yeah.
I
I
was
know.
more joking about the last little shit you pulled on Zeke. Does that insect
should've
plague
just
persist,
yeeted
or was that a
Apollo.
one-time cast?
It persists for 10 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
And you have to do that every time you either end your turn in it, or you enter it for the first time.
Okay. Pez, it's your turn. Brick, you're on deck.
If there's anything left for me to do in a minute.
Yeah, right?
You're welcome.
Thanks.
So given my experienced knowledge of naval-based vehicles, do I see that this here vehicle is corporeal or ethereal?
You've never seen a ship before.
All right, just making
Yeah,
sure.
I was really confused on where this one was going.
The biggest
those are
ship
really
that you've
big words
seen
for Pez.
was like a rowboat. And even that,
what
you were
I'm
just
gonna
saying,
I'm gonna. What would Pez do? WWPD. I would probably run down, continuing on my journey to one of the cannons below deck, and I'm assuming I could reach one of them at least.
Okay. Oh, I didn't actually get this one set up. That's unfortunate. Okay.
Well, I mean, here.
Well,
how about
no,
this?
no,
How about this?
This is
Just-
more of a remind me when this is done. I need to show you guys something that's going to become relevant in future sessions, but I didn't have it set up on this particular map. You can go down below decks if you want.
Okay. All right, then sure. I'll do that. But if it's too much trouble, I still have long-range guns. But I already said I'm going below deck, so I'm going below deck. And I'm
Okay.
going to hop on this middle cannon right here.
Okay. For the time being, we will say that you are down underneath. And let
Okay.
me send
Dead.
you the
ED.
cannon's stat block real quick.
Okay.
Because I was super smart and I didn't actually make a sheet for it. Where the fuck are you?
If anyone is wondering what software we're using for our battle map, it is called Foundry.
Foundry VTT.
It is a very fun and unique system. Oh, that's a lot of AC. That allows you to do fancy things.
We are not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not
Would love to
sponsored.
be, but not sponsored.
Ian,
Mm-hmm.
my area is difficult terrain.
Good to know. That the ghosts are going to struggle with your difficult terrain.
Okay.
As they
So,
Buzz, buzz,
right.
Bick.
Okay, so, are these cannons preloaded, or do I have to like take an action, or pretty much an entire turn to load it?
So going down underneath, since you were on the top deck, you do see. Sorry, I don't want to mess up their names. You do see Gunner Alistair down below, and he is currently with some of the other crew members working on the cannons, along with the quartermaster Finn. He is also down there assisting in the loading of the cannons. So there are some cannons that are getting ready. Some of them are still being loaded and having the powder prepared. A few of them, you see, they're starting to pull the ropes to get the barrels outside of, the underbelly of the ship. It would probably take you at least an action to get one properly ready to fire at this point.
Okay. Action, or could I do that as a bonus action to shoot the gun?
It would take your turn
I'm-
to finish loading the cannon.
Okay. I'm just wondering because each DM has their own different rules about how
Yeah.
cannons work. Okay, I'll just help them load the cannons, I guess.
Okay. All right. So.
Ranged weapon. Am I able to like load in a special cannonball, or do you have that kind of figured out yet?
Did you prepare a special cannonball?
Well, I didn't prepare one, but I was guessing that they might have like a massed destroyer cannonball. It's like 2 balls with a chain that'll go around the mast.
Yeah, a chain bola. Those are not specifically made for these ones. That would be more something that would be used in the front smaller cannons to hinder a fleeing ship versus one being right beside you.
Okay, just curious. Then yeah, I'm just helping them load the cannon to where my next turn I'll be ready to shoot.
Okay.
So, I'm actually kind of curious. Can you hunter's mark a boat?
No, a creature.
Bonus action, hunters.
Oh, it's a creature. I'm just sitting here, like, looking at the boat, and all of a sudden, this giant fucking red arrow just starts pointing at him. Like,
that's right here.
Actually, how far is Hunter's Mark? Where is Hunter's Mark? 90 feet. Where's my ruler? There it is. Where am I? Oh, hey, look at that. He is 90 feet. Can I see that little corporeal goober right here?
Click it again.
This guy, or is he dead?
Well, no, he's still alive, but
Okay.
you are using most of your turn to prepare the cannon. What are you trying to do?
Okay. I was going to bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Oh, make a perception check at disadvantage because you'd be heavily multitasking.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a perception check at disadvantage.
15.
Fuck it, I'll allow it.
Okay.
You're in the middle of loading the cannon. You're like, him.
All right. So Hunter's Mark at 2nd level.
Ooh. Okay. So that'll be it for your turn. That brings us to Captain Eric, who is still staying steadfast on the wheel, doing his duty. But let's see. Brick.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to look backwards at you, and as a bonus action, use Battle Command. One creature within 30 feet of him that he can see and can hear him. That creature can use its reaction to make one melee attack or to take the dodge or hide action.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking cool.
He's basically on the wheel, and he goes, "Watch out, lad!"
All right, I will activate my now wrist short sword and make my attack. It's gonna be plus 20 to hit, not that.
Oh, 20, yeah, that hits.
And then too much stuff, not enough space.
You don't know the half of it.
That's okay. 8 points of damage.
Okay. So you hear the call, and as it kind of comes up through the floorboards, you just go, "Oh!"
Whack a ghost.
He is then, after he's done saying that, he's going to take a shot at the one that is right in front of Kasumi. Misses, because I rolled the dice. So he tries to help, and Kasumi, as the thing comes over top of you, the bolt goes a little wide, and you just hear it go in the wood between you and the ghost as it is coming through the thing. And then you just... You don't hear anything else from the captain. He just is looking very concerned at the wheel.
He's just like...
Oh, it's so cool
Just-
for the first half of that.
All right, that brings us to the helmsman of the other ship. And it is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Abandoned
Let's
ship.
see. Okay. Bugger.
I know exactly where he is. He is Hunter's Mark.
Okay, it is going to use its action to phase away into the ethereal plane. So, those of you that may be able to see it, and Pez, as it does this, your Hunter's Mark fades away as it comes halfway over the water. It just vanishes from view.
Well, that sucks.
That's rude.
Shenanigans!
Brick, that brings us to you. With Kasumi, you are on deck.
All right, I'm gonna use action surge. First action is gonna be projecting the hollow armor onto Kasumi and Zaan. So those who can see will see two hard light projections of Brick running across the deck very quickly, and then forming themselves over the two. And then I'm gonna use my other action to take 2 swipes at the ghost in front of me.
Okay.
It's a 21.
That hits.
And, it's a 10.
Unfortunately, that part does not hit.
Okay. That's 10 damage, though.
Okay. You definitely feel your blade. When you first take a swing, you're a little worried because you can kind of see through the creature, not sure what's going to happen. But as your blade, it goes through a lot easier than you would think that it would, as you're used to striking things with flesh and blood. But there is a slight sense of resistance in it as your blade swings through, and it seems to be struggling to sort of reform itself around that passing through of your blade. So, anything else you would like to do? Bonus action, movement?
Do I have bonus actions? Can I? Is there anyone I would like to shove? No. I got
Okay.
nothing.
That is going to bring us to the other group of specters, and they are going to fan out and scatter. They are also going to have to... Well, now you said end their turn. Okay.
Yeah.
So they are also going to action
Get
dash.
out of dodge!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
What's this giant circle we see?
66,
It sounds bad.
Don't them come at me.
It won't stop
Don't have
buzzing!
them come at me. No. No.
I'm a fucking ghost.
You scooted it closer. You're like,
a few of them... A few of these ones are going to go below decks.
Okay.
I will mark these ones.
In a circle.
We'll do that icon for the ones that are underneath. So Pez, as you're loading up this cannon, you're like, where'd my target go? And then these spectral faces just push through the wall, and you just see them there.
No.
You can say no all you want.
I'm saying no all I want.
Okay.
Pez is like, no! Smacks. Spray bottle.
It comes to the wall. Okay, unfortunately, that's all that I can do for them. It is Bosun Lars's turn, and he... Let's see, how much movement does he have? 30 feet? I don't think he can really get anywhere. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he can only get that close. He's trying to rush over to assist First Mate Isadora, whose turn it is now. As they all begin to gang up on her, she's going to make 3 attacks with her scimitar.
Damn. Okay.
3.
And she's going to hit with all 3 of them. Okay.
I was like, shit, I rolled great. Why am I killing myself harder?
Okay, so that is going to be 10 for that one, 7 for that one, and... Okay, so as these ones fly up to her, she's just going to start swishing her saber around very expertly and just starts cleaving into these as Zaan, you land behind her, and she's already engaging 3 of these specters at once. Okay. That brings us back to the top of the round with Kasumi. Zaan, you were on deck.
All right, so Kasumi was in her hiding spot, ducking underneath the side of the hole, and then she sees this spectral thing climbing out of the floorboards. So under her breath, she just says, "Shit." And
Right as another spectral thing goes, "Hi."
And then she is going to take the word to Baisaito and turn it back into a rapier.
Okay.
And then she is going to slash the one in front of her.
Well, it rolled a natural 1 on its perception check, so you have sneak attack. You have a lot of fucking sneak attack. Oh, yeah!
You know that.
I do. Okay.
Yeah, it's dead as fuck. Goodbye, ghosty friend.
Okay. So that's a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so let me
So
just
you
roll
did
my
roll that with
normal
advantage,
damage.
right?
No,
So sneak attack gives you advantage.
Okay. It's still a 19.
Just making sure. There's always that chance.
Yep. So, also I forgot to roll my acid damage the first time I used Baisaito because I'm funny. So that would be 6. That's 13 points of piercing damage. Well, actually, let's see. 11 of it was piercing, 3 was poison. Sorry.
Okay.
And let me roll my sneak attack damage real quick.
Okay.
Let me just
Alright.
push this little button here.
She's sneaking.
And
sneaking.
21 points of extra damage.
Dead. What was that gurgly sound?
That was the dice on
Oh.
That was
Made
the
a
sound
really
of the
good
ghost
ghost dying
dying.
noise.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much what happens. This ghost comes over and it kind of looks left and right where it thought you were, sees the captain, starts going to it, and you go, shit. It turns to look at you, and you just stab Baisaito straight into its face, and it does seem to sort of gurgle and just, like, melt around your blade. And that one is toast. That, yeah.
Oh, goody.
So, movement, bonus action? Anything?
Cookie?
Cookie?
I'm assuming I can't hide right there anymore.
Probably not.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm just, now that I have stabbed the heck out of the one in front of me, I'm just gonna stand in preparation for the other one. So, that'll be my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Zaan. Vanera, you were on deck.
DM, I don't know how to get rid of the circle thing. But...
Hover your mouse over it and hit delete.
Ah, yes. Delete. Thank you. Okay. Seeing that our attacks have become a little bit more close, I'm going to break his concentration. Okay. I need this circle again.
Okay.
I believe you.
I can't see that number. I apologize.
That's a 15-foot sphere.
No, it's a 10-foot sphere.
Yeah, it's yes, ma'am.
Are these undead?
It's probably pretty safe to assume so.
Are the ghosts undead?
Question.
Yeah.
Am I immortal?
Okay.
Zaan landing behind the first mate. Pardon me, lady. I need to cast something very quick, and he's gonna snap his fingers and cast Shatter behind the ghosts.
Okay.
And they need to make a Constitution saving throw of 17.
Okay. There's 3 of them in there.
The 8.
Of 17, you said?
17, kind sir.
Okay. All 3 of them fail.
I think it's 5 of these. Just make sure. Click. Where did it go? Shatter. There it is. Yes, 5d8. Okay. 5, 10, 20, 22 points of thunder damage.
Okay. So Zaan lands behind Isadora, says his apologies, and just goes. And with that explosion of sound, 3 of the specters get blown away into a fine white mist that very quickly dissipates onto the wind. Starts.
Ghost cocaine.
Yeah, slurp it up. It's good for you.
Cocaine! Cocaine
Cocaine.
Bear. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Cocaine.
Okay. Anything else with your turn, sir?
Coast.
No. Okay.
He would just draw his sword and wait, see what happens next.
I hate how proud of yourselves you guys are.
Coast.
Okay. It is the first group of specters' turns, and this one is going to move over towards Kasumi, and the other one by Brick. They are both going to make attacks against you. So we'll do Kasumi first. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
23.
That has to make a wisdom saving throw first.
19.
I think a 19 succeeds, but let me double check. Yeah, 19 succeeds. So, let's see. So I can only the hollow armor. Oh wait, no, we changed it. Let me scroll down. Yeah, okay, so it dissipates, and I can reduce by. Let's see, I'm level 10, and I split it up. I gave her 3d6, so I can reduce it by 3d6.
Okay.
Reduce the damage.
Mhm.
I would also
Yes.
like to uncanny dodge. Sorry.
Okay. So that would be 11 damage. Halved.
So I have
So
this.
that's 5.
And I rolled 3d6 10, so it's totally
Okay.
negated.
I
So-
healed.
So that's not how this works.
That's
So
how
Kasumi,
math
you
works.
Healing
you
damage!
see this
healing
creature
damage!
reach towards you, and as it does, you lift your arm instinctively, and its hand grasps onto yours, and you have that moment of panic of, oh shit, and then you realize it's not touching you, it's touching the holographic form of Brick's spell, and the blue shimmering around you shatters and knocks its hand back, and it kind of so you
Sticks
negated
her
all that
tongue out at
damage.
it.
Brick.
Yo.
That is a natural 20. So
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
an automatic hit, even if I use shield, correct?
yeah,
Okay.
that's how
I've-
I'm playing it anyway.
Yeah, that I remember that's how you play it, so yeah, no worries.
So that okay. Let's see. That is going to be 17 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that is my best saving throw. Let's see how this goes. 20 not.
Okay, yeah. You
Is it how much? 14?
17.
17. Sorry.
So, as this creature that you were whacking a second ago, it goes to reach for you, and you've been hit by stuff, you've been shot by stuff. You haven't had something reach into you before. And
Yeah.
its hand goes through your chest, and you just feel something scratching against your inner machinations. it doesn't feel. Yeah, you basically go, "Ugh!" and just smack it, and whatever it was trying to do was not able to fully succeed.
Hands off my soul!
That is not yours!
Cheer from across the boat. You don't have a soul!
Vanera,
No,
that
is
brings
not
us
the
to
case.
you. Pez, you are on deck.
I would like to. Oh, that's not the right button. I would like to. If I move here, do they get an opportunity to attack?
Oh, yes, they would.
Oh, I don't want them to do that. Fuck it.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Check it in the fucking bucket.
This. Collides with at least one wall. I need to delete this. How do I delete this spot? That's where I want to go. I marked it so I could go there.
I'll get rid of it.
Thank you. I wish to go there.
Okay. So
still
5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there is a little wall on that staircase. You'd have to go like down here and then up. That's why I was giving you problems. So they are going to get 2 attacks on you.
No.
Yes. Oh, you lucky bitch. That was teetering on a 20, and then it wasn't. So that's going to be a 12 to hit,
Nope.
and then a 18.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you dash through the inside of one, you feel this piercing cold all through your body. The one behind you, what you didn't see, was also reaching for you and missed.
Burr.
Yeah. That is going to be 11 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
A.
What was your...
Oh, that's still 9.
9? Okay. The cold that you felt is unlike anything that you have experienced before. Your hit point maximum has been reduced by that 11.
Ooh. By
Okay.
11?
How do I?
You can just mark it down. I don't exactly know how to do that on D&D Beyond, so just make a little note of it. But yeah.
If you click on your HP, there's an override max HP in HP management menu.
Oh, so do I just put in the new my max minus the 11?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And then if it changes back at any time, you can just get rid of it.
Okay, let me change that.
Yeah, it was an incredibly uncomfortable feeling. There's just it hurts on the inside.
Someone remind me to change that back. Is it my turn now?
It's
yes.
still your turn.
I know. I'm mad. Big mad.
Angie.
Angie.
Those of you that might be able to see Vanera go, ew, 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 ew.
I would like to channel divinity.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got
I
2
forgot we
clerics,
had
bud.
this.
I know what's
I
happening
would like to turn undead.
We have 1 cleric. Okay.
I'd like to turn undead, and it's gonna affect
Go that way.
this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Well,
Ones
All
below
4
deck?
of these.
those 2 surrounding Pez are underneath.
Or underneath. Okay, that's right.
Well, let me look real quick.
Is it a disc radius or a sphere radius?
It's
right.
that I can see and hear.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then since you can't see them, unfortunately.
They weren't marked.
But can't you hear them?
Well, they are kind of marked, but it's hard to see because they're white.
Yeah. Oh,
So
deceiving. I didn't need to move then. Damn it.
That's fine.
That's not fun.
You got
You
your soul
wanna-
tickled.
do you want to retroactive that since you weren't aware that they weren't there?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
okay.
Do I need to make a save? Yes.
You do a wisdom saving throw.
Actually, if they're below a certain tier, I think they
Shut up.
automatically die. Sorry.
Spoilers. That would be a 12 and a 13.
They both fail.
Oh, goody.
So at that. What level am I?
10.
Oh, 10. Where did it go? Oh no, because it's not 5th level.
Are you trying to find like where it?
Yeah,
says...
I'm trying to find my special for Destroy Undead. At
It's
8th
the
level
same.
or higher, it is an instant destroyed if it is a CR1 or lower.
Challenge or CR of 1 or lower?
Mhm.
Okay. So Vanera, you step down the stairs going, ew, 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 ew. Eh. And just, again, that poof of just ethereal smoke as you just obliterate these two specters. And it kind of like pushes their dust forward, and then it slowly starts to drift along back the side of the ship as the wind carries their essence back.
Oh, not the
Ghost.
cocaine. Ghost.
Okay. With hours your movement and your action,
That was my movement and my action. I'm good.
You
I don't
sure?
have anything else.
You want me to just move on to Pez so you don't have to... Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Pez, you're up. Brick, you're on deck.
The coast is clear.
You shouldn't be saying stuff like that because I'm zooted.
I know, that's why.
So, Pez, as you are down below decks, you see these three ghosts, one on your right and two on your left, just phase through the wall, giving off a weird, sickly bluish-green glow below decks. What would you like to do?
This man down here, is he above
He's
or
up.
below
He's
deck?
upstairs. There's two other people down there with you.
Okay. Well, seeing that I'm being flanked, and assuming that Hamburger is sleeping, since I don't see him, which is fine. I don't need the Burger to consume ghosts.
Okay. That was my bad. I forgot to put him on the map.
No, you're fine. You're fine. He's okay.
CP.
Boo-boo-boo. What can the Peasanator do? Well, I am going to... Is this a bonus action? Boo-boo-boo. Oh, it is one action. Okay, interesting. I thought our, like when we made the Cobalt Frills, I thought it was a bonus action, but it says it's an action. So...
I don't fully recall. We'll have to look at that again.
Okay, because it's basically a clone of the Fear spell.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyway. I am going to instead use my shotgun because I don't know what ghosts are. Maybe bullets can hit ghosts. I don't know. So yeah, let's, shotgun it up.
Okay.
And I am attacking, this one.
Okay.
So, let me
Roll your
roll
attack.
my dice. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Radical. 2d4 plus 4 is 11 piercing.
Okay.
Yes, piercing damage.
Which one were you shooting at again? The one on the left or the right? Just the one.
That is this goob.
This one.
Yep.
Okay. So you see the creature come through. You glance behind you. The others down below, they're already pulling their swords out. And as this one slowly turns to look towards you, you go, nope. Boom! Fire off a shot. The pellets zip straight on through. And it doesn't appear to have been affected by the pellets, and it just is slowly moving towards you now with its arm outstretched.
Okay.
Run!
So that backfired. Literally. What are my bonus actions other than shit my pants?
I'll let you have that as a free action.
I don't really have much of anything else. So they aren't within striking distance of me, so I could back away.
Correct.
Is the cannon loaded?
The cannon is loaded.
Cannon is loaded.
You
okay.
used your last turn to load the cannon.
Okay. I mean, what I was gonna do is the nuclear option, but that would entail another hole in the ship, which we kind of don't want.
Preferably speaking.
So what I'm going to do is run. What would Pez do? He's going to stay. He's just going to stay right there, petrified with fear that his bullets did nothing.
All right.
She looks down the barrel.
And
You
that'll
broke.
be it.
Yeah. All right. Then that will bring us to Captain Eric. Eric. He, still keeping his place on the wheel. This time he sees you, Kasumi, and, well, let's see what happens. He's actually going to make another hand crossbow shot against that. That does hit this time, thankfully. And that is going to be 9 points of piercing damage. So he does take another shot at one of them, the one that is currently facing you, and he gives you another little bit of inspiration. He's like, "Come on, get them off my ship! Don't let them have your hide!" So you can make a 1 melee attack, or you can take the dodge or hide action.
Okay. I'm gonna stab it.
Okay, and keeping in mind that this would use your reaction to do this.
It would use my reaction.
Yes.
I've already used my reaction.
What'd you use your reaction on?
Uncanny dodge.
You're right. Okay, so then that wouldn't work on you. Apologies.
Okay.
So
I
he
was being
tries
honest.
to inspire you, but you're like, "Shut up, old man! I got this." All right.
Talk to the hand.
That is gonna bring us back to the ones that remain. So these ones down below are going to start swimming towards you, Pez.
Hate that.
Yeah, that is a crying shame. This one is going to move further along and is going to make an attack on Alistair. I'm going to go ahead and get him done.
Is that guy
real quick.
above deck or below?
Below deck.
He's below.
Yeah. I have marked on mine where everyone is down below.
You're good.
And that does not hit. So, moving on to Pez. Alright, those two are going to make attacks against you. That is a 9 and a 17.
Ooh, that one hits.
So one of them hits. You are looking at the one in front of you and dodge out of the way, but in the process of dodging backwards, you feel something grossly slip through into your back from behind.
I hate it.
You're welcome. That is going to be 10 points of necrotic damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
And they do not get flanking, correct?
I've already rolled, so no.
Okay. Just keeping it fair.
They
that
should
was
have,
10
but
points, right?
10 points.
All right.
Constitution
That
saving throw.
changes. Constitution saving throw. Rolling that one digitally. 16.
Yeah, you're fine. You feel it slip into your back, and you start to feel that cold in your scales that you just despise, and you immediately flinch back and kind of like swing the butt of your shotgun at it, but it just phases through and does nothing. But you avoided any other detrimental things.
Cool beans.
And let's see, this one.
Brr.
Okay. The creature that had been at the helm of the ship reappears
Oh shit.
on the vessel.
My hunter's mark is not on him, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But
I
unfortunately,
like big butts.
coming back into this plane of existence, that is all that it can do on its turn. So, that brings us to Brick, with Kasumi on deck.
The guy in front of me is still alive, right?
Yes.
2 attacks.
Okie dokie.
Well, we'll try the first one and see if it kills him this time. 25.
25 hits.
Damage 11.
11. You bring your sword down and it bites into it just like before, but this time it's not capable of reforming itself. It tries and tries, but the blade seems to have severed its ability to do so, and you see it fade away into dust towards the bow of the ship, and it curls over.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! I should have done...
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, too late. Move on.
Yep. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Moving on. I'm gonna move over here.
Yeah.
And do a drive-by on this guy.
Okay.
That'll be a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
And it's only 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Again, you feel your blade bite into the etherealness before you, but this one is still able to keep its form together. But it definitely, like the last one, looks like it is struggling a little bit to continue to do so.
Okay, and just to... I know this is probably not going to do much in the grand scheme of things, but just to fuck with it, I'm going to use telekinetic shove on the creature to try to shove it down the stairs.
Okay. What's the save?
Strength save.
Wow. 16.
It meets, it beats.
Okay. So you do your telekinetic shove, and you see kind of like when you kind of blow into a bit of smoke, and kind of like, but nothing really happens to the creature, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's about what I expected.
All right. That brings us to Bosun Lars, and he was running to help Isadora, but she seems to have things well underway. But and he's still gonna run up and do his best to attack it. Which actually, does he get to? Are you useless, or can you actually do something? Oh. Okay, that one hits, that one also hits, and just from the bonus damage alone would be enough to finish it off. So Bosun Lars comes up, and as he's running, seems to be heading up towards where the captain is, making a beeline. He reaches out with his dagger and just slices through the back of the last specter, which begins to fade away, and you see him accidentally breathe some in, and he starts to kind of hack and cough, but that one is also dead. And he, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Okay, so he's moving up towards the front of the ship, or the rear of the ship. And that brings us to Isadora. She's going to look behind herself at you, Zaan, give you a quick nod of her head, and she's going to follow after the bosun. But that is about all she can do, because his skinny ass is now in the way. So, Kasumi, it's your turn. What would you like to do, Madame? Zaan, you're on deck.
Okay. Has a very frustrated look on her face, and she's gonna look at this one by her, and she's like, "Would you just die?" And she's gonna go in and try to stab him. Now, since Brick is now within 5 feet of it, she does have her sneak attack.
She does.
She does.
GM's like,
You're
"No,
welcome."
He's like, no, please don't.
Which, okay, I don't know why I always forget this. So she doesn't technically get advantage, she just gets the damage, correct?
Correct. You are not flanking, so you do not get advantage on the attack.
Correct. Okay, so that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Okay, so for the damage, it's actually 10 points of piercing, 3 points of poison, and then let's go ahead and roll that sneak attack damage.
And I helped.
And that is a 19 points.
Yeah, it's kind of dead.
Okay, good.
Brick comes up, slashes it in the back right as you get it from the front, kind of doing a little bit of a scissor chop, and you just see the top half go one way, the bottom half go the other, and it just fizzles into the gray dust and sails on past towards the
That's fucking
back of the ship.
teamwork.
Lovely.
We both just turned to look at the other one.
She's gonna have a moment of satisfaction, the fact she finally made that one die, and then quickly realize she hasn't activated her armor of defense yet, and she's gonna go ahead and activate her dress.
Okay.
She's like, maybe I need to do that. Maybe that's a good idea.
All right.
And that'll be her turn.
Okay. Zaan, you're up. Vanera, you're on deck.
Seeing Isidore and other guy who probably Zaan won't remember his name anyways, walking up the staircase. Oh no, there's not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. He's gonna walk right up to the railing. Actually, one second. And he is going to rabbit hop right up the. DM, can you move me? It doesn't let me move me.
Well, yeah, because it's a wall.
Yeah, well, rabbit hop.
Rabbit hop.
Okay.
And then move the rest of his business to get right up next to it.
Okay.
He's gonna look down the stairs at first mate and other guy who he still probably doesn't give a shit about, and gonna brandish his sword and smash it in the face with arm strike.
Okay. Roll your attack.
17 plus 9, 20 something.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm just gonna go ahead and where is it? Channel Divinity for maximum damage.
Okay.
Maximum tastiness.
It's good. So it's just gonna do
Most
60
ghosts.
damage.
What kind of damage?
Lightning.
Okay.
One punch.
I get the first swing. Ha
Posting.
Okay. So you pump all of your energy into this attack, feeling quite confident that this will be it. Your sword does pass through its neck, but as it exits the other side, it begins to reattach itself again, and it kind of turns to look at you, skeletal, ethereal hands reaching out. Give.
I immediately regret this decision.
Yep.
I just imagine Zaan shooting across the deck, yelling "Chidori!" For those of you who watch Naruto.
Okay. That brings us to Vanera. It is your go. Pez, you are on deck.
Who's still alive? Like, is
The three ghosts there are down messing with Pez at the
down
moment,
below?
and others.
You probably would have heard my gun go kablamo.
I mean, probably. I would.
Who?
I would like to cast a guiding bolt.
Okay.
That was the meta game. Bert.
Okay, roll your attack.
13.
13 hits.
Meta pigeon.
That is 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage? I don't like that at all. Go away.
Are you saying sunlight? Daylight?
No.
Do you like the sun?
No.
Praise the sun.
You don't like the sun?
Praise the sun.
Is that your turn? Are you done?
Well, that was an action. What do I have for a bonus action? I don't think I have anything. No. Good.
Okay, you're gonna stay put.
Gonna take a nap right here.
Can I still move?
Yeah.
How do I get downstairs?
It's over this way.
I would like to 35 feet my way downstairs.
Okay. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20 to get there. 25, 30, 35. 35 or 40?
35.
35. So you'd basically be right about here. You're essentially at this point at the corner of the wall. Ooh, that's not right.
Not right. How many times can I channel divinity?
About 90.
Doesn't say. Never done it before? Oh, I have 2 spots. Okay.
Right. So you're essentially just now coming down the stairs, but you're not quite within eyesight yet.
I can't attack anyone. I can't attack any way. It's fine.
Right.
That's my turn.
Okay. So Pez, that brings us back to you. Brick, you were on deck.
Okay, so using my advanced kobold brain with 6 wrinkles to be exact, I have determined that these ghosties are not affected by physical damage. So, what I'm going to do is a scorching ray.
Okay.
That'll do it.
That'll be at the same ghost in front of me.
Okay.
So let me do that. Ah, shit. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Oh, thank goodness. 10 damage. Heat, fire damage.
Yeah. So you, what do you have any sort of flavor on how you do the scorching ray? As in, do you point? Do you go ha? Do you like do finger guns?
I channel my inner miniature dragonborn, and my frills like envelop me, and it just like Death Star lasers out of my mouth.
All of the little points of the frills. Pew, pew, pew,
Yep.
pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, that's exactly how my scorching ray works.
It's literally the Death Star.
Somebody-
All the lasers connect.
Somebody draw that.
Back up.
That one didn't have a whole lot of health left. You do your little kobold Death Star ray, and that one gets obliterated. The dust of this one just sort of settles down onto the floor. There's not as much wind to disperse it, but that one is dead.
Okay. Bonus action. Shit, where was it? There it is. Wrong tab. Bonus action. Jesus. Turn around and say, howdy.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Okay.
I don't want to run because I don't want to feel the cold again. I hate cold.
Yeah, it's not great. That is going to bring us back to the captain. He's going to make a ranged attack. He misses. As the two of you, Brick and Kasumi, celebrate your victory over the little one, and Zaan comes in to slash at the other. The three of you hear another in the wood between the three of you, and you all kind of like glance over at the captain. He goes, "I'm driving the ship."
Don't look at me.
Zaan's just gonna point at the ghost, trying to fight ya.
Just right.
No acupuncture.
That is going to bring us to the Spectre's turn. I need Zaan, Brick, Kasumi. I need the three of you to
I should have
make
cast protection.
I still have it from you.
Wisdom saving throw.
No, different one. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
Oh,
saving
no, never
throw.
mind.
Knew I should have cast protection.
I
Dang
was
it.
worried at first.
As
I'm not
this,
worried anymore.
as its neck kind of reforms after Zaan's blade had passed through it, it kind of tilts its head back, its jaw just extending way further than it should be in this ear-piercing shriek.
Think of the mummy.
Pretty much. Okay, what'd you guys get?
12.
12, okay. Zaan?
plus 9 plus 14, 20, 24.
Okay. Zaan succeeds. Brick fails. Kasumi? You're muted.
13.
13 just makes it.
Oh.
Kasumi, you feel a little shiver come down your spine, but you've dispatched a few of them now, and you feel pretty confident. Like, I'm not scared of you. Brick, you're scared of them. You are now frightened of it for 1 minute.
Okay.
So, that is going to be its turn, unfortunately. Which brings us to Brick.
Well, we're going to see if a spell goes off today. I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Okay, let me...
That's a first level spell.
You know what? No, I'm going to use the cool ones.
Oh no. The coolness factor. You're doomed.
What level was it?
First level.
Yeah, you're fine.
Awesome. I'm no longer frightened.
All right. You're like, huh! Okay. Except for him, it's more of a whang.
Alrighty then.
Well, that's my action.
A waste
and
of
I don't
fucking
have that.
time.
Yeah, I don't have that ability yet, so...
Oh, I should have done those two. Sorry. One. Keep doing what you're doing. I need to see if Isadora and the other dickhead,
Kasumi's
Lars.
not in range yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lars is frightened. Isadora is fine.
I'm going to try to use Telekinetic Shove again to push him out of Zaan's range, so Zaan gets an opportunity attack.
Yes. Do it.
Interesting. Okay. And that was a what? Strength?
Mm-hmm. Strength save.
Peace.
Well, that makes that a 10.
That's a fail.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
So
yes,
as you smack yourself to get you to stop being afraid, you go poof. Oh, pew! And as it starts to like windmill its arms backwards, Zaan, you get an opportunity of attack.
It's gonna be plus 8, so it's gonna be a 16. Actually, roll kind of low.
16 hits. Oh, you have advantage because of Guiding Bolt.
16 it is.
Okay.
Cross the fingers for that natural 20.
It's okay. Honestly, like, I'm getting an opportunity attack that's gonna hit really hard anyway, so it's 14 magical slashing, 3 cold, and 8 thunder.
Yeah, it's dead. Okay. So yeah, you, as it starts to windmill past, you go, this is my moment, boom, and just like you go through it so quickly and so hard, your sword actually gets a little bit embedded into the railing of the ship, and you hear the captain kind of grumbling behind you, like,
Sorry! Did not mean to!
Okay. That brings us to Bosun Lars, who the creature is not there, can no longer be frightened. Rushes on. Unless, Brick, there's anything else you wanted to do since you were standing there.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Lars quickly comes up to where the creature once was and is looking around. Isadora comes up and joins, looking, seeing nothing. She looks back towards the deck of the ship, and she had heard combat down below, so that was 5, 10. She can get back down to about here. Kasumi, it is your turn. Zaan, you were on deck.
Well, it's right
Okay.
opportunity attack.
Okay. Now, seeing that there are no direct enemies in sight up here, how close is she to stairs? Are there stairs underneath this side of the ship where she is, or are they across the boat?
No, with your time on board the ship, the doorway that is right here leads into the captain's quarters and also where Vanera would get with Caden for working with navigation in the maps. The only entryway down below is to either unbolt and remove the slats here in the center of the ship, or go through the doorway towards the front, all the way over here.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. She is going to bonus action dash.
Okay.
And I forgot how to do the movement on here without moving first.
So it's the long straight ruler.
Okay.
But keeping in mind that passing through Lars and Isadora is going to be 10 feet of movement versus 5, as you're kind of like pushing and shoving and kind of dodging around them.
Okay, so 5, 10, 20.
Yeah, so whatever distance you want to take, that's your maximum, take 10 off of that.
Okay. So it would be here. Oh, shoot.
Are there 2 doors that go down?
Just the one. As I said, this one leads to the captain's quarters and the map. The door on this side of the ship is the one that leads down below.
Okay. I am gonna shoot firebolt at the one in front of Pez.
They're below decks. You cannot see them.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
can't see the symbols and thingies on it. Okay,
Yeah.
then that's my turn.
Okay, well, now, so you did your movement and your bonus action dash. You can technically action dash as well if you wanted to.
Sure, why not?
So the
sorry,
door
I'm
is...
hearing weird sounds in my house, so I'm slightly distracted.
Yeah, so the doorway down would be here.
Here? Okay. Why is it? We'll just go here.
That was another 50 feet. Hold on. Is that how fast you can go?
Oh, wait, it's 30 feet at a time, so would it just be an extra 30 feet?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
So just move yourself backwards 20.
Okay, okay. Sorry, my brain right now.
It's all good.
Once I move, I need to figure out what the hell that sound is in my house.
Okay.
Okay.
Godspeed.
I'm good there.
I'm just curious.
Mhm.
Are those slots, like that grid, are the holes in between, are they like able to fit a fox?
I see what you're getting at. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. Zaan, you're up. Vanera, you're on deck.
Oh shit. 5 feet. I want to jump.
You jump.
Okay. Do I need to make any checks or anything like that, or am I?
No, it's rapid. It's only about a 8 to 10 foot drop.
Okay. So that was 20. It's another 20, and then I can bonus action dash.
No. You're not a
No,
rogue.
why
You
not?
can action dash.
Oh, action. Sorry. This
Yeah.
second.
Because you use your bonus
was I
action
gonna
to
able to-
hop as well.
No, I just jumped down.
Oh, I thought you used your rabbit hop.
No, that's why I just said jump. I would have said rabbit hop.
Oh. I thought you said
Do I
rabbit
need-
hop.
No.
So
That's
let's
why I was
see.
asking if I needed to make a check or
5,
anything like that.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You have 40 feet of movement?
Yes.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So yeah, you can action dash another 40 feet. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Vanera, it is your turn. Pez, you were on deck.
Perfect. I would like to walk around the corner.
Okay. Walking around the corner, you would see that Pez is currently being engaged from behind by one of the
Awesome.
spirits, and there is another spirit that is currently being fended off by Alistair, who is down below.
Help, I'm being accosted.
Can I move closer? I want to use all 35.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So you're right about there. Just underneath. We'll give you the cool little underneath symbol.
Oh, I was wondering what the symbol was.
Technically, that's the stun symbol, but
Both of them.
Didn't-
I would like to use my last channel of vanity and turn undead.
okay. That's Constitution
Wisdom
saves? Wisdom
Wisdom.
save. Oh, they're fucked. That is wrong. That is a 12 and a 13.
They fail.
Okay.
So they
Poof.
try out.
Would you like to put any flavorful spin on this? How would you like to do this?
Wow.
As the cat sits on your head.
Mother, I've become your pillow.
She does.
Be
She's a
gone.
neck pillow.
Be
She's
gone,
up on me.
thoughts.
Nah. Just be gone.
Oh, okay, so Vanera
Toast.
comes down, sees the
Coast
two
is
of you,
clear.
waves her hand, and with the power given to her by Nefeli, the two ghosts kind of poof backwards in like a quick little burst and fuzzy little motes of dust that slowly drift down onto the ship's interior
You'd
floor.
like the Ace Ventura. I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
Okay. Those of you up above, Zaan and Kasumi, you're kind of close to the grate. You might see this flash of divine light from underneath. And in a similar amount of time, as soon as those last two ghosts are dispatched, the ghostly ship itself from the front begins to fizzle and drift away like the motes of dust that the other specters had when they had been slain.
Oh, our supply of ghosts.
No corpses to loot.
There is a general sigh of relief from the crew as the ship fades away, and you hear whistles coming from Isadora, and the captain begins to call for a head count, see if anyone's been lost, who's been hurt, who's been injured, and surprisingly, apart from you guys, there weren't many injuries.
Ow.
I'm cold. I'm cold.
I'm cold. So, as the battle winds down, the captain behind the wheel, he looks to you, Brick, who's the last one of the Tempests that are still up there, and he gives you a nod and goes, "You lot fight well."
Well,
Oh, it's the
considering
music.
as far most of us have been fighting since we stepped foot out of our homes, I hope so. I've been fighting since I woke up.
That's an interesting tale. But, right. Back to your positions. We've got a ways to go still.
I just look at him and was like, oh yeah, when I first came online, it was because I got shot in the head. That was fun.
He kind of furrows his brow at you and gives a slow nod of his head. Back to your post.
Aye, aye. I just walk back over, check to see the mortar is fine, and then walk below deck to check on the rest of the cannons to see what chaos has happened.
Down below, there's a little bit
Ghost
of stiffness to some of the crew because fighting ghosts isn't a normal thing, but they appeared to be disarming the cannons that they had been ready to start firing before they boarded in such an unwelcome and rude fashion.
I'll help them put everything back to where it goes.
Okay. Is there anything you all would like to do, like to say?
Give Isadora a nod as I climb back up to the bird's nest.
I have something to do that night, but I'll just go back to my post for now.
Okay. So the day wears on. The fog that had been surrounding you is still quite thick for most of the day, but as the sun begins to dip below the horizon, you do begin to gain some of your range of visibility back. It's not fully gone, but whatever caused the fog seemed to linger for most of the day. And as the sun begins to dip down and the shifts begin to change, the captain summons all of you into his quarters below the wheel where you had been fighting before. He's in there with Isadora, and he beckons you all in. He's sitting behind his desk. Right, so we got a bit to talk about. I know we're at least a few days away from high tide, but there's a few things you need to know and a few things you need to be prepared for. You lot have done well today, following orders, repelling our guests. But that'll be mere child's play once we get to high tide. So, first I'd like to ask how many of you know much about the place, or the pirates in general?
I have an unrelated question.
By all means.
Are we just not going to talk about the giant ghost ship elephant in the room and what happened? Because why?
Zaan is gonna look down at Pez.
So it's
very
Brick.
slowly.
Well, there are quite a few mysteries along the Whispering Sea and the Aldoran Sea. If that ship is the strangest thing we run across on this venture, I'll be happy for it.
So that's normal?
No.
I'm just... oh.
No, but
Okay.
Seto and her realm have interesting ways of testing those who worship her. He kind of... You know what? Hold on. Yeah, he's gonna see Zaan and Brick's glance towards Pez, and his eyes are gonna flick to the little kobold. Doesn't quite pick up what's happening, but he seems to have noticed that glance.
Zap.
So, none of yous know much about high tide then, or pirates in general.
I know
What things that they do?
it's dangerous. I know that there's one specific pirate that we are specifically looking for.
Oh, I know about that.
I do know that pirate's favorite letter is R.
Ian, in my reading of various texts, would I have come across any information
Sorry.
that would be helpful?
Real quick, Pez, you are wrong, because the pirate's first love is the sea.
The sea.
Sorry, you were saying, Brick.
In my various reading of any books from the various libraries I might have visited in recent history or from the wagon, have I come across any text that would be helpful in this situation?
The texts that you would have looked through so far were mainly stories, not so much history. You have not, up until this point, expressed any interest in researching proper pirates. So I'm going to have to say no. You definitely have the stories and the kind of the legend and the romanticized versions of pirates, but as far as high tide itself, you have not specifically delved into that.
Yeah, probably the
Thinking
closest
back
thing to a
on it,
pirate.
you can think like, right, third shelf on the right, towards the bottom, there was something about pirates. Didn't grab that one. Fuck.
Got it.
So, Captain Eric kind of looks at you all on the blank stares and goes, right, so we got a bit more to converse about than I had anticipated. Probably should have spoken about it back in Hopamia, but it's safer on their open waters. So, we are somewhat of a special division of His Majesty's Navy, and he begins to roll up his sleeve. And let me find where I put that.
If it's a tattoo of a naked lady, I can't see it. Actually, no, I can see it. Brick can't. He's not old enough.
Shield
techni-
sign eyes!
is.
Technically, he has passed his 50-day dry spell, so yes, he
Oh,
could see
that's
it.
fair. Okay. Disregard.
Disregard.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're an adult.
I love that came through.
And we haven't established, well, there is no drinking age for a Warforged. If there is one, we definitely haven't followed
Okay.
Well, yeah, you've
Just
already
goes-
drank.
it.
Yeah.
I know.
Goes
For all you
straight
know,
through
you could have been giving alcohol to a minor.
That's
So,
fine. As long
he
as we're
rolls
working.
up his sleeve, and you see this mark that appears to be branded and scarred on his inner forearm. And Isadora even turns and shrugs off the loose-fitting fabric around her shoulder and pulls it down, and a similar symbol appears on her left shoulder blade.
I'm so fucking glad you got that too.
That was so quick.
I was
I had to.
For those of you listening, I will describe this as best as I can. It is a cross mark next to a capital T that looks like a mix between a capital H and a capital T merged together. And he says, "This is the branded symbol of all pirates who work under the Pirate King at high tide. If you don't have this, and you're found to not have one, likely to cause you quite a bit of trouble." So, he reaches into a drawer beside his desk and he pulls out a scroll. The king was kind enough to ask Otis to fashion us a scroll of seeming, so we can fashion one of these onto you for a little bit of time, but nothing's permanent.
So it's just like a little illusion of a
More or
a
less.
brand.
It'll pass scrutiny
Zaan?
visually only, but if anyone comes to touch it and investigate it closer, there's a chance that they can find out it is a fake. And at that point, I don't know you, I've never heard of you. As far as I'm concerned, you're stowaways.
Could we just
So-
brand this into ourselves, or is there a special aura about it?
If you'd like to be permanently branded as a pirate of high tide, which, trust me, I can assure you, can cause quite a bit of trouble should someone see it who shouldn't be seeing it.
So the answer to that is no.
You
I
can.
don't want to do that.
Don't advise it.
I wouldn't either.
Even if we were to do it somewhere most people wouldn't see.
If you
Like
want
your
to take
butt.
that, if you want to take that risk, and have someone peeping in on you from behind and rat you out to the authorities of wherever you happen to be, that's your call.
Well, first off, nine, that will not happen. I am a proud sailor from Rokasine, and I will not brand myself.
You just see Brick slowly lift up a plate, hear that, and then slowly put it back down.
And then second off, Zaan's also going to look at himself. Not to mention, I would not be able to brand myself anyways. I am covered in fur.
I have a knife.
I can certainly say that hasn't stopped a single tabaxi from doing it themselves.
Yeah,
not-
branding
fair,
goes
I
through
can-
fur just fine.
Yeah, but I am not a tabaxi. First off, and second off, I've already said 9.
One question. There's a few of us that don't really look like a pirate.
Are you calling me
I-
ugly?
That's racist.
I can assure you, you're going to run into quite a few people that don't look like they would belong there.
Okay. I just didn't want that to be like the dead giveaway up front. And then they're like, you don't look like a pirate, and you show them the sign, they're like, I don't believe you, let me touch it. So
Well, I mean, no offense when I think Kasumi, you don't really look like a pirate either.
I was talking about myself.
Oh, well, you were not very specific in your assumption of some of us.
This little trinket I have, and I point to the bounty medallion thing that is like pierced into my frills. Is this going to be a problem?
Nah, shouldn't. Most of them don't bother reading.
Okay.
suppose I wouldn't let anyone get too close if they seem that interested in it. Just say that you stole it from someone you killed. Usually gets the job done. So,
I do steal stuff from people that I kill.
what then?
And
And
I
he kind of
guess
rests his elbow on the
murder.
desk and kind of crosses his fingers. What is your plan then? You think of going through the front door? Do you have a plan? Are you just going to show up, start asking questions about one of the most famed pirates of our age?
Well, here's the
Would-
thing. Not a lot of people are willing to give us a lot of information. So I'm kind of limited. I know that she is last known to be at the port town high tide. I know that she typically wears dark clothing with a parasol and hopefully has a mink with her. And also she's the leader of the Slippery Weasel and usually has a crew of 20 to 30.
So you're going to need more men and women. So it's not going to be a fair fight.
I was going to say we could. I don't suppose you know how often she leaves port. We could just wait for her to leave and follow her. Don't know how auspicious that would be.
I know that I'm typically pretty good at being sneaky and taking things from people without them knowing.
Oh no, I meant one ship following another ship out of the port. Would be fairly auspicious.
No, they would immediately notice that.
I don't mean too much offense by this, and he's kind of looking towards you, Zaan. But you lot have only recently gotten your sea legs, aye? Shirahama and her crew have been on the open waters for probably around the time that they were born. I would say they've got the upper hand there. Now, in my experience in high tide, there's quite often a few confrontations on land as certain crews meet other crews that don't like the others, and so on and so forth. So long as you aren't causing too much property damage, most people leave it let lie. It's not their fight.
Well, I'm liking this high tide already.
So long as you don't interrupt the king and his proceedings and what he wants done, no one minds a bit of a brawl, a bit of a change of possessions.
And what does the king want?
Tithes. Also, it is the king. What does the Brandon? Probably avoid meeting him as much as possible. He's not one to be easily fooled.
Two questions. One, what does the king look like?
He's a big old Goliath, tattooed, dreads, lots of armor. About, kind of looks at Isadora and goes,
the literal Goliath?
a little bit taller than her.
Oh, so he's a real Goliath, not like the figurative Goliath.
He kind of looks at you confused.
Large.
Goliath is in the species, not the descriptor.
Yes, that one. Not just a normally big person, he's an actual Goliath.
Grey skin, dreadlocks, 7-8 feet tall.
Okay.
I've worked with a Goliath once at the factory. Nice fellow. But my second question is, seeing that a lot of us, like piggybacking off of what Kasumi was saying, that a lot of us don't really look like piratey folk, is there a way that we could dress the part a little bit more just so we don't draw too much attention to ourselves? I'm like, I know you said that there are people of various backgrounds and dressing up-ins, but like there's no wardrobes that you have upon this ship that we could borrow just so we can blend in a little bit more.
He looks between the five of you and scrutinizes you all for a bit. I think you'll be fine with what you have. Plenty of people from Takatari. He's pointing to Kasumi. Your big metal friend there might draw a bit of attention, but as far as the clothing you're all wearing, not so bad.
Okay.
Even your long-eared friend here saying his pride as a Rokasing would keep him from branding himself. It's not the way most of your Lordio people think.
Interesting.
Do you know of any areas that Shirahama is known to frequent in the area?
That's a good question. I don't particularly spend too much time in high tide myself. A bit of a risk. So far as they know, I'm working for them. But let me see. Scrolling through my notes.
You don't know if Shirahama has any connections to the king. Don't want to get caught up in interfering with something he wants.
Oh, she's one of his favorites, to be sure. But however, there is much to be said about taking what you kill. If Shirahama proves that she ain't capable of defending herself, well, then she wasn't a very good pirate, then, was she?
It might be the case that once we take her down, there might be a little bit of a stir and more attention on us, and we need to get out of Dodge real quick. How quickly could this ship be ready to make sail?
Well, now, see, that's the interesting part. The king only asked me to bring you to high tide.
Nope, that makes it real simple. I can get us out.
True. I mean, it is a little, shitty that he can't join us. But, I mean, hey, you were given a directive to just ferry us. So,
Well,
again,
I've got my
I don't
own
hold it
crew.
against you.
I've got my own crew to worry about. I've got my own jobs and tasks and responsibilities. This is all I was asked to do.
No, you're fine.
We wouldn't be able to, persuade you to accompany us, would you?
Zaan has a puzzled look on his face. V? Who's V?
I mean,
Unfortunately, I've got my orders from the king himself. So, there are 3 inns you could try. There's the Peril Reef. You got the Broken Mast, High Sand Inn. If you're looking for the more seedy places to check, there's always the Sandbar. Oh, what are some of the other places? Honestly, the Sandbar is one of the more popular places to catch yourself a drink.
What are they called
So
again?
which...
You have the Peril Reef,
Mhm.
the Broken Mast Inn, and the High Sand Inn. And then he
Oh,
also
out of the
mentioned
3 of them.
the Sandbar.
So I know safety is relative in high tide, but out of all of the inns, which would be the most secure? Is the question I guess to ask?
He just begins to chuckle, and even Isadora has a bit of a grin. None of them. Keep your belongings close.
I kind of...
Keep your senses out. I'd be highly surprised
Kind of
if you made it out of high tide with all of your belongings in place.
well, it's a good thing we left them all in the secure hands of Snail.
Well, it's a good thing that they don't care about people dying.
That too.
Again, word of warning, try to avoid property damage. That's what will get the attention of others.
Yeah. People bought the buildings. People are fine. And I have... How long have we been in the Nightly Kingdoms for again? How many months? 2 months? However long I was in the Nightly Kingdoms, and I wasn't supposed to be bad. Wasn't supposed to kill people. I have some pent-up rage and aggression to take out on people.
Well, I wouldn't resort to murder outright. Bruises, broken jaws, black eyes, stab wounds. those are easy to overlook. Going on a murdering spree, that might not be your best bet.
Fine.
Now, unless you have any other questions, it's been a long day of sailing. I need a bit of a kip.
I actually do have a question. Could you teach me how to fish? I kind of want to learn how to do that. Get some fish. Maybe I heard that there's like these little critters that have shells. I think they're called shrimp. Some people call them the bugs of the sea. I want to try some of those.
We ain't precisely equipped for fishing.
Zaan's gonna look at Pez, insulted.
What? You never offered.
You never asked.
You never asked.
Also, I thought we did
scared.
eat shrimp.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
Did we eat sea bugs?
We did.
Must not have been good.
Oh, that's your opinion.
Ooh, you're gonna piss off a lot of people on the internet.
Look, shrimp is my favorite seafood, so.
The midgets.
Brick likes cod and mackerel.
Yeah.
And real life, Brick likes mahi mahi.
Can't go wrong with some dolphin.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh,
You lot get yourself some rest. We've got still a few days of travel left. And he kind of like gives you a shooing motion, like you're dismissed.
As we all walk out, I kind of look at the others. We should probably take her alive, right?
I mean, we were just trying to take back things that she took from us.
Well, I've been thinking.
That's
Uh-oh.
dangerous.
These creatures, the things from the other dimension, they've been plotting for a while. And it seems that we've encountered quite a few mortals who they have under their employ.
Mm-hmm.
She went directly against a god and threw you under the bus to try to frame you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's possible she could be another one who's in league with them. We could use a little bit of information.
I mean, we can certainly try that. I
I
know
was-
my direct goal wasn't to kill her, but if it was necessary to restore my honor, then I'll do it.
It could be possible that we could just do a snatch and grab, quickly throw up the portal, grab her, throw her through, follow, everyone jump through, and then I close it. We could be in and out before anyone even realized what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Zaan just
you-
deflates.
you can also still be alive with no arms, no legs.
Oh, we could take those apart once we get through the portal.
Oh,
Look,
I'm
I'm
just
getting
saying-
into the pirate mindset. I'm vicious. I'm bloodthirsty. Let me at him.
I'm just saying, if we are going into enemy territory where they can easily identify us as the enemy, it might be prudent to escape, to get in and get out as quickly as possible.
As the captain said before, you are probably going to stand out more than anybody else.
I'm
Sure.
aware.
I do have some disguise spells, but sadly they only work on me, and you aren't me. So,
And I no longer have minor illusion.
I mean, I have a hammer. I could put a dent or two in your face.
Only if I get to put a dent or two in yours.
This face is chiseled by the gods. You cannot.
What god?
All of them.
Whichever
Yeah,
one was the orc.
I can personally vouch for Valkyrie did not touch that face of yours.
Coyote might have.
Or the orc.
It's probably Zorg. You know what? He's right. It was probably Zorg. We should probably go there and thank him.
No, we don't thank the greenskins.
You listen. Your face was chiseled by all of the gods. We must go there and thank him.
You know what? I am done with this conversation. I'm gonna find my hamburger and cuddle him.
Okay, with that being said, we are going to take a quick little bit of a break before going to bed because I know that Vanera wanted to do something, so we'll circle back to that after we make bathroom break, grab some snacks. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Don't go too far away.
You ready to get back into it?
Yeah.
And we are back. So, the last that we left off a few minutes ago started off with a face hugger and a cat. The Tempests fought off a ghostly crew with ruthless efficiency, and then had a very quick conversation with the captain of the Harper's Fury about the goings-on and the general the general goings-on of high tide and some of what to expect and how to behave and how to pass off as a normal pirate. So with Pez getting quite flustered about not being able to be taught how to fish, Vanera, I believe you said that there was something you wanted to do before bedding down for the night, correct?
Yes.
I'm really worried about that smile. What do you got?
Yes. Oh, it's nothing bad.
Mm.
Nothing bad. I want to go stand on the front of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought those, like...
Titanic.
Do I have notes of how much it was? What I did. Nope.
$3.
I have a big ass note for bug stew though.
Lots of instructions.
No.
We're gonna make that. You're gonna like it.
Just gonna go ahead and stop you there.
You're talking about the jewelry that you
Yes,
bought?
that I bought.
I don't appear to have written that down either.
It's okay. It was a lot. It was like
I believe it was
500 or
somewhere around
600 worth of
I think it was like closer to 200.
200. Yeah, it was.
It was a substantial
nice
amount.
thing. Yeah, there was a substantial amount. Nice things. Yeah, I'll go out there and I'll stand out as far as I can on the pointy thing without, fear of.
Prow.
Thank you. I'm gonna prow around.
God damn it.
Without falling off. And just, how best to say this?
With words.
With words. She's gonna have like all.
Apollo is running up to you with a freshly caught rat that he successfully captured and dispatched.
Oh,
Dinner.
good job. Good job. She's gonna have all 5, and as she drops them, well, she doesn't drop them, but she's just like, I know I'm not normally one to pray to you, just because we haven't had the chance to meet. But I've heard nothing but wonderful things about you and how you provide safety for crews who think about it. Oh, okay. Who do their due diligence of offering you gifts, tithes. I know we've already done that, but this is just for extra safety to ask you to get us to high tide as fast and safely as possible. Feli has said nothing bad about you and has always had stories of good things. So this is for Pez. She drops a piece. Our President Cobalt, who is absolutely terrified to be on here. So it's key that we get to land as fast as possible. It would be very nice. And this is for Brick, and just goes down the list and drops a piece for everyone. And then this is for me to, wish for safe and fast passage. So thank you.
Okay.
Gonna pick up Apollo and manhandle him and go to bed.
I need you to roll two d20s for me.
We're doomed.
Oh, that's cocked. One. One's a 17.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. All right. All right. So, you all go to bed, eager for this journey to be finished as soon as possible. The next day comes, and the fog is replaced with dark clouds, roiling and looking quite heavy in the sky. It's a bit more hectic as the rain begins to fall with quite a bit of anger. Sorry, that is quite loud.
You did say anger.
I swear!
So,
They were nice things! They weren't bad things! That's your...
you all are working diligently, really putting your training to the test. As with Zaan, you specifically, you can hear people shouting down below, but it's really hard to make out words, even with your excellent hearing. But the whistles that you'd been trained to listen and reply with come through sharp and shrill. The rest of you, you're soaking wet, kind of having a miserable time, except for maybe Pez, who's downstairs and the cannon's just being more or less dry. Your feet may get a little bit damp, but for the most part, it's not great. Vanera.
Yes.
As you were up on the deck of the ship, you're doing your tasks when there is a thunderous explosion beside you on the deck as a bolt of lightning strikes not more than 10 feet away from you. Doesn't hit the mast, doesn't hit any of the rigging, just hits the ground right beside you. Your ears are ringing, the rest of the crew are scrambling about, making sure that there's no damage, there's no fires being started. And as they're all frantically looking around to take care of the ship, you notice that there's a bit of wood sticking out of the spot where the lightning had struck. And as you get closer, wipe the rain from your eyes and squint to see it better, there is a shard of finely crafted wood sticking out of the deck of the ship. You pick it up and look at it, and it's interesting looking. You're not entirely sure what it might be. Is there anything you would like to do?
It's just a piece of wood? Like, is it from the deck itself? Like, did it come up from the deck, or is it just...
When looking at it in the deck, it was sticking up straight out of it, and it looks... When you take it out, it looks like someone has hand-carved this piece of wood. It doesn't look like something that would have come from the ship that you have been sailing on.
What does it look like?
Just looks like a bit of wood about 1.5 feet long, spirals, etchings.
I'm just gonna look up. Is this you?
Zaan's gonna stick his head out the crow's nest.
What?
No, it wasn't me!
No, shut up! not you! You!
I couldn't resist.
Actually, I think for this particular god, you should be pointing down.
It was the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's gonna look over the edge. I'm not sure what this is, or what either of you are trying to tell me, but thank you. I hope you're able to provide more answers later.
What answers? As you turn around, Brick's there looking up at the sky.
I show him the piece of wood.
Would you like me to identify?
What?
I mean, yeah.
Standing in the middle of a fucking thunderstorm,
Brick.
just staring at this piece of wood.
Brick, make a dexterity check for me real quick, just because I'm kind
Don't
of
lose
curious.
my piece of wood. Don't lose my driftwood.
A dexterity check?
Mm-hmm.
13?
13.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, because I was kind of thinking, big heavy metal man. I thought it would be kind of funny if you don't like adjust for the ship. You just sort of like go with the ship. But with the 13, you do have to kind of like adjust and get used to it. So never mind. I thought it would be funny if you rolled really high, but you didn't. So yeah, she passes you the stick of wood, and you said you were going to cast Identify.
Yeah, I'll take 11 minutes to cast Identify.
Okay. You plop down. There's not much for you to do. There's no fighting going on. You're definitely helping out as needed, but there's so many people on deck right now that are more specialized in what they need to do that you're not quite so needed.
Everyone's like, here, hold this. Okay.
Yeah, so you take the time to...
What was that?
What
Was
what?
that a ship groan in the music, or was that a fucking whale?
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
What you should be worried about is what Brick has in his hand.
I know!
After casting Identify, you come to find that this is a wand of lightning bolts.
Oh,
Brick's just looking at you. And just like slowly, and just like again, it's very hard to tell emotion on Brick's face because it doesn't move that much, but you could actually tell it's almost painful for him to hand it over. Here.
takes it back.
It's a wand of lightning bolts.
Well, thank you. She looks down. And thank you.
I'm so jealous right now.
Well, maybe you should talk to the gods more.
Well, I did, and they helped me do this. And I like flick the wrist, and the sheath comes in and out.
Look at the wrist. Sorry. I'm really kind of ashamed of that one.
And also, I point to like the mane of magical feathers and one real feather on my head. And also, I got this.
I know you're very fancy now.
You're a quail.
Okay. So, with that being said, towards the later part of the day, the storm does begin to move on. The rain gets a little bit lighter. The winds die down. It's still cloudy, but eventually the seas do calm. I need everyone but Zaan to make Constitution saving throws. And Brick. You don't really have a stomach.
Nope.
I do.
Yeah, so Kasumi, Pez, and Vanera make Constitution saving throws, please.
I'm just thinking of the video of that kid with like the stick, and he like does the little thing and then flicks down, and a lightning bolt hits right where he flicks.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
17.
17, okay.
What are you looking at?
Pez?
6.
6? Oh no.
Par the
Kasumi?
course.
Now, question.
Uh-oh.
This has anything to do with seasickness. She did dedicate some extra time to get accustomed to it. Would that have any effect?
Did she
Which
though?
means you rolled
Did
low.
she know we were
did.
coming up
I'll
with this?
give you advantage since you
No,
did.
she did.
She did do that. She did do the ding, and I do remember
She spent
writing
time
that down.
meditating on the ship to get used to it rocking. Because the
If the boat isn't rocking, don't come a knock.
It's okay. Didn't do any better. 10.
10.
Did better than me.
Pez, you are struggling to keep food down. It's not
You're a green brown
pleasant.
lizard
Ugh. The moss is on the inside.
Moss stays inside.
You struggle quite a bit, and thankfully there's not much that you need to do. Your position can be taken. As much practice and training as you had gone through, nothing prepared you for that violent rocking and swaying of the ocean. Kasumi, you're no better, really. You kind of find a place to confine yourself in fox form if you want, just a little small hole, and every now and then you guys might hear the tiny cute little in the corner. You two are not having a great time.
Fox hairball.
Oh God, no.
So
Oh no.
I'm not gonna make you suffer anything negative, just 'cause it's funsies, but you were not enjoying yourselves any lower than what you had rolled, and I may have put some penalties on it, but skin of your teeth. So the next day comes. Is there anything you all would want to do on this day?
How did Magnus fare in the storm? Do they like water?
Magnus is depending on where he is, if he's above deck,
Drowned.
below deck. Oh,
He's with me.
he's with you. You've had to tie a little bit of a rope around his middle, because he'll kind of just plop down, and as gravity and the ship tips, he just slides along the wet wood. And like you had to catch him a few times, like, okay, that's it. You tie a rope around the mast and around him, and he just sort of slides, gets the end, and you see him go like.
Okay.
The ship has a little extra perforations because of my claws, just digging in. So,
Okay.
He's like a
Good thing you
cat.
know how to repair such things.
Yep.
So the next day comes around. The winds have definitely died down. Kasumi and Pez, you have a little bit of a rough night trying to sleep, just getting over that motion sickness that you had to suffer through. But as you all wake up the next day, you go outside and there's more fog that you had seen before, except it's not quite like before. This fog has a light purple tint to it, and it's thicker than before. Vanera,
Fog's
you are not even able to see through this fog.
you should have rolled lower.
I must find a die.
No, you must find a die to die.
Oh, hey,
Where
that's
is
the
it?
that's the box I made.
I
Yay!
need a caltrop. Okay. Vanera,
Yes.
I need you to
No.
I need you to roll a d4.
Wow, a D4.
Dum da dum dum dum.
I want to roll one now.
1.
1.
I rolled a 1 too.
Okay.
I rolled a 4. Of course.
Let me see. Okay. Roll another one for me, please.
2.
2. Okay.
One more than the other one.
Interesting. Let me check my chart.
We're gonna die. So many ways we're gonna die.
Okay. So you all are within this super thick fog. Zaan, if you're up in the crow's nest, you're basically able to see your railing, the thing you're standing on, and about 3 feet above you on the pole. If you look down, you can just barely see the mast going side to side that has the sails. Nothing else. As far as you're concerned, there's nothing below you but cloud. Anyone
will
else
whistle.
walking around, you have to take it very slow, wandering around, trying your best not to bump into anything. And most points in time, you feel like it's better to just fucking sit there and not move. This goes on for a fair few hours, it feels. And I need everyone to make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Ooh, that was really good.
It's
Okay.
great.
Wait.
Give us numbers.
Minus
18.
18?
28.
28, Jesus.
Well, it's 19 plus 9.
No, I know.
15.
15?
I'm still rolling.
Natural 20 plus 6.
Oh, I'll take that. Okay. Ooh.
Damn.
Points
Reminder
of
for
fucking lucky later. 23.
reminder for anyone who had their hit point total changed or they need to take long rests or something.
Yes. Those of you that suffered the Spectre's touch, those maximum hit points were regained after a long rest. Thank you for reminding me that.
I did it already.
Okay.
Just making sure. Because I forgot to take long rests.
So, Kasumi, you said 15, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so everyone but Kasumi, you can't
roll.
see. Pez rolled a 26.
That's nope.
You can't see anything. You can hear the breeze and you can hear the water, but there's a sense of speed. More speed than what you had really experienced the last couple of days. But you're not able to see, so it's an odd sensation. It's like when you're driving in normal fog, you feel like you're going super slow, but you might be going quick. Your perception of momentum is a little thrown off, but it does feel like you're going quickly. Kasumi, you're just praising Shenshei that the waters are fucking calm. But the day, a few hours pass, about 2 hours or so, and the fog just seems to stop. The next thing you know, you're out in the bright sunlight and the fog is dissipating, and you look behind and expecting to see a massive fog bank, and you just see open ocean behind. It's a very, very strange sensation.
I will what the fuck whistle.
You'll get another whistle in reply from Isadora, and glancing down at her, you just see her kind of shrug her shoulders. Vanera.
Yes?
Navigator Caden comes to find you, and he's says, "Oi there, Vanera. I need a second pair of eyes, if you could."
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And he's like kind of keeping his voice down. It's like, come on. So he goes into the captain's quarters. And you can, as you go down below, you see Captain Eric kind of giving you a furrowed brow kind of look. Looks a little bit displeased almost. So he brings you down, and he starts pointing at the map, and he says, "We should be here, but we're not. I need a second set of eyes out there. Could you go give a look?"
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay. I need you to make an intelligence check. So D20, add your intelligence, and add the bonus that you got for your training.
Oh shit, I can't remember what that.
Because you were under navigation, weren't you?
I was. I swear
Should be
I wrote it
3.
down somewhere.
3.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we all have 3.
Yeah, it's plus 3.
You said intelligence?
Yes.
Oh. That's just under my saving throw, right?
No, it's a check.
Check.
So
So
it's a D20, add your intelligence modifier, and then add your plus 3.
22.
22. Okay. You go down to the map with Caden, and you go up with him, and you both take turns using your various instruments of measurement, looking towards the coastline, trying to find land markers. You go back down to the map, and it takes you about 30 minutes or so of back and forth, kind of a little bit of bickering and being like, no, there's no possible way. And you both finally go up to the captain and report that you're about 3 days ahead of schedule.
Oh.
you're not sure how.
Ah,
That purple fog was some weird mumbo jumbo.
We were on some fucking drugs, bro.
who's the ghost?
What?
It was the ghost. The cocaine ghosts.
I think. Oh, the cocaine ghost.
Hmm. That was probably me.
The Captain Eric kind of keeps one hand on the wheel and the other kind of fist palm on the hip. Care to explain there, Miss Vanera?
Additional offerings for Seto.
Oh, that might do it. Well, keep up the good work, eh? So let me see real quick. So that was. Oh.
Oh.
So he.
Is that a girl or a bado?
Well, he kind of looks towards Caden and then to you, and he kind of gives you a kind of a lopsided grin. He goes, I hope you lot are ready to be at high tide tomorrow then, eh? Had a bit of a bump up in our schedule I wasn't quite ready for. You lot better do some last minute prep or whatever it is you need to do. And he kind of looks to Isadora, gives her a whistle and goes, Oi! Tell your fluffy friend up there, him and the rest of them got the day off. So. The captain has given you the rest of the day to yourselves to plan and ponder. What would you all like to do?
Who called me fluffy?
How many charges does that scroll of the brand illusion have?
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
The scroll that the captain gave us for like the illusion of the brand, how many
Seeming-
charges does that have?
The scroll is one-time use, but the seeming spell lasts for 8 hours.
Is that just for one person or a group of people?
Allows you to change the appearance of any number of creatures that you can see within range.
Okay, so any number. Okay,
Yeah.
just wondering.
So you could just add the brand to yourselves. You could completely change your appearance so long as you're no more than a foot shorter or taller than what you are.
Oh, wait, we could see what human brick would look like?
Yeah, let's. I hate that idea.
No one is ready for that.
No.
It might not.
What about a
They help.
7-foot tall goblin?
I mean, I was
Do
thinking
you
more
really
like a
think I
bugbear.
give off goblin energy?
You give off bugbear to me.
Oh, so you could do as a bugbear. That would be great.
Considering you don't like bugbears, I'm kind of insulted.
Wait, who doesn't like bugbears?
Yeah, who are you trying to?
Well,
Bugbears are a goblinoid. You don't like greenskins.
I mean, goblins are different. I don't like orcs.
Fair
You
enough.
mean one of the things that helped made you perfect?
okay,
Excuse me?
back on track. So that spell can change any of our appearances.
It can change all of our appearances
Okay.
for 8
I'm-
hours.
I mean, it might not be a bad idea. I mean, especially for Vanera and I, because she kind of has things that belong to us. So if she sees us anywhere near her, she might immediately put up her defenses.
We have to find out where she is first, and then does anyone else have any plans they would like to propose? Do we just knock out, drag out, fight? Or do we want to go with the try to contain and extract?
I mean, So they told us that the sandbar is where all the sketchy people go. So if we kind of go to the sketchy place, we'll probably find sketchy people, and we could maybe pretend that we're trying to find the next ship to take at port and ask around if anyone's looking for new shipmates.
So how would that help us find the lady you're
Say
looking for?
Shirahama doesn't sound like the person to go to the dive bar. She kind of sounds hoity-toity a little bit.
Right, but in the process of chatting with some sketchy people, we could ask them. I've heard a lot of really cool things about this one. I've heard she goes on the most eventful adventures, etc., etc. Do you know where she typically makes port?
So try the dive bar first.
I caution against grabbing her and immediately going because we
Yeah.
have no idea if she actually has the objects that we're looking for, or that Asumi is looking for, or I mink on her. If we leave immediately, it's gonna
Okay,
have some issues.
First objective, find where she is. Second objective, locate the objects that she has stolen, your mink and whatever it is Shirahama had stolen.
Then open the portal after getting the things, throwing her through, and dispatching her.
And don't worry, I'm sure if we were trying to snatch and grab her as our third objective, there will be a fight.
Well, what are we planning on doing if we snatch and grab her?
Interrogation.
Okay.
And I mean, I would also suggest seeing if there's a bounty out there for her, because I'm pretty sure someone of her clout would have a pretty decent price on her head.
That being said, you're going to claim to be a bounty hunter in the middle of a city with probably half of the population having bounties on their heads.
I think he means claim the bounty once we extract her and then interrogate her.
Correct.
Yes.
I do still have Zone of Truth.
I will say, kidnapping her would be a last objective, because obviously we have more important things to do. And if it looks like we need to get out of Dodge without her, then that would be for the best, as long as we have our first objective.
So, actually, that is a question I want to know. So, once we got your items back, did we need to go back to the Nightly Kingdoms first?
I was actually going to give the ring to Kasumi so she could take us straight there.
To where's there? The Nightly Kingdoms?
Wherever we need to go to return her stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say
I will say that when I get the medallion, not if, when, I do not have to return immediately. As long as I can communicate to Shenshay and let her know that I have recovered it, I am just not allowed to go back there without it. So, if there are other pressing urgent matters, we can handle those in the meantime.
I mean, once we get the medallion, I would appreciate going back to Aslan so we can, make sure I don't die.
It's a good plan.
Good plan.
Unless you want to install some veal inside of your hole and let Magnus run in there, then I think that might be a good idea.
That is a pretty good idea. I might be able to help with that.
And the way my creators make it sound, they might not only be able to make me functional again, but also give me some upgrades.
Oh wait, don't you have the sibling?
That is another thing I would like to do. Yes, I would like to meet Gemini.
You'd like to do your sibling? That sounds very
I would like to meet Gemini.
This is much more accurate.
You know what? If we ever go back to my home, my farm, and you step foot on my property, I'm gonna kill you. Because you're staying away from my sister.
Yeah, Brick, you need to be careful. His sister is very nice.
Not...
As normally I would sympathize you sympathize with you in this case, but I don't think he has any chance with Gemini.
9. She
Nor
does
my
not seem to-
sister.
I would think that would hurt his equipment.
Anyway,
I was gonna say,
So-
while the three of them are having this discussion, Vanera and Kasumi, are you two just giving them looks of exasperation or just
Very
Doing
blankly
anything.
stared and slow blinks.
just checking?
Sorry. Back on course. So, right now, our plan, go to the CD bar, see if we can find out where she is. Once we find out where she is, use that to locate the mink and the medallion.
Mm-hmm.
Retrieve both the mink and medallion. If possible, kidnap her and bring her with us to Aslan so we can interrogate her and see if she's in league with the shadow people. If not, turn her in for the bounty.
I mean, we could do both. Like, we can interrogate her, see if she is in league, and then turn her in. Right? Is that what?
Once she's outlived her usefulness, yes.
Alive. Because, again, living grants better pay.
Fine.
Look, if you want to dismember her, you can take a finger or something.
Again, I'm sure that if we're trying to extract her, there will be a fight. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of fights as soon as we get there anyway, because, like we've said many times, I stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, I mean, not with a spell, but we probably
We can
shouldn't.
fix that.
Yeah, we can.
Mm-hmm. Vanera,
Oh, yeah.
what does your mink look like again?
Just a little white mink.
Little white. Okay.
Mhm.
Any markings?
It's so long. Little
Let's
black,
read again.
little black on his toes.
Is
Okay.
it a monkey or...
A
You
mink,
say I have not seen this creature. What is a
I-
mink?
Don't know what a mink is.
like a weasel.
Ah,
Has
Is that-
Zaan, DM, has Zaan ever seen a weasel before?
It's not a weasel, it's a mink.
Make
Or
a
a
history,
mink?
make a history check.
it's a large rodent.
Zaan doesn't know what the fuck either of those things are. That was a
You
natural
might have
one.
seen its hide.
So,
That one.
so as how Kasumi and Vanera are watching the three of you talking about Pez's sister, Zaan is now doing the like just a slow like single-eyed blink, like what?
I do not know
I
what
didn't
these
get these
creatures are.
spoilers.
So small, so adorable. So... Shit, where was that train of
So
thought going?
Vanera draws a quick little doodle in her journal to show you.
Okay, so plan. We have Brick's plan, but if we can like dive a little bit more into it, maybe we could find this lady person's enemy. Maybe we could find like her confidant that she frequents with of the more promiscuous side. Maybe one of us could disguise ourselves as that, try to get in league with her, or in bed, and see if like she would have the information, like try to like deceive her that way. But
I
then
volunteer for
That was
this.
a lot.
Here's
I like where you're going.
Here's the problem with that. From my knowledge of any sort of disguise and transformation magic, it's all fun and games until they touch each other.
Well, yes, then
Oh.
it becomes sexual.
No, then they, for example, let's say Zaan decided to volunteer to be the sacrifice to
The
Shirahama.
sacrifice.
If they were to reach that point and they were to try to become intimate, the moment she touched you, she would feel your fur.
And unless
Well,
it's
yeah,
a
all
tabaxi.
sailors are, you know.
No.
Singular. Listen. So what you're saying is she would see the real me and become even more wooed than she would already be.
No.
No.
I do like trying to
Deny.
deceive her. However, I think we have seen time and time again we are not the we are not a delicate instrument. We are a blunt object when
Blunt
applied
force
to any
trauma.
We are a blunt object when applied to any situation.
I take great offense to that. I can be.
You are the
very
most
surgical.
blunt object.
Our group is now called the BFT.
The big fucking thing.
Blunt
Blunt
force
force
trauma.
trauma.
Blunt force trauma.
Zaan,
Well-
as much as you would like to add to your body count numbers, I think your fluffy ass would give it away.
It's
mean-
quite fluffy.
I'm pretty
Speaking
sure
of-
she would use that.
Speaking of
Also, if we have to
thing,
keep her alive for an extended period of time for her to like lead us somewhere or to use her for some purpose, then you can try to sleep with her during that period of time.
What?
I accept the steal.
No,
Vanera,
no.
you.
Speaking
you,
of group names, we probably shouldn't announce that we are the Tempests.
No, I was actually going to
wasn't going
piggyback
to.
off of that.
We should come up with a new group name.
We
BFT.
should. I mean that
Yes.
could work, but I don't think it's elegant enough. Because what my other suggestion is, we could try to woo her over with our chaotic brute force. So let's say we just pick a bar fight. Like, we find the biggest, baddest looking pirate dude, punch him along the noggin, and see if that would gain trout with her.
Trout.
It would gain
That's-
Offer her some coast.
Yeah, we
That
could do that.
could be a double-bladed sword. While yes, it might attract good attention from her, it could also just attract attention in general, which is not great if we're trying to steal from her.
I mean, fair. Because what I was going along, it would actually be a long game, so probably not. But like, she would be impressed and then say, "Hey, you should join my crew. It's very cool." That's my impersonation of her. I don't know what she sounds like, so I was just basing that off of what like other people sound like. So
We will keep. I say we keep that in the back pocket if the situation calls for it.
okay.
I so a bonus action, like bonus action, a bonus plan of an infiltrate and mutiny.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But again, that's like a long game. But then we wouldn't really have to use that disguise scroll, unless we got like,
We would probably actually have to take brands for real.
which
Guess
I
that's not
mean,
happening.
it could happen. You could
Nine.
put
Will
it.
not.
Okay, I mean, I think it'd be cool to get a tattoo.
I could
It's not
just
a
ask.
tattoo. It's a hot iron. It's like branding the meat from your whatever you do.
Oh, I've branded plenty of critters.
Have you branded
Yeah.
yourself?
I have actually.
Show me.
Oh, okay. A little
I'm gonna-
embarrassing. But when I was young, I
Mhm.
stepped on the brand and it burned my toe.
Off?
No, it's still there. It's just crispy.
He just lifts up his foot. It says Andy.
It says meat.
You have a big ass toe to fit the whole word meat on it. Your toe would have to be bigger than your fucking hand.
Well, I mean, it's a part of the slogan because you know our slogan, the Marigold Farms, where the meat gets back. It's the meat part. Of
How'd
that.
you get that all in one brand?
Magic.
It seems like a really big brand.
It's a very big brand. Again, we deal with very big meat, like a dinosaur-sized meat. So
He does have a point.
who's
Anyway.
hungry?
That is a plan.
You eating your toast?
I think getting close and infiltration. If we are not having good luck with just stealing from the outside, stealing from the inside, could be viable. But I do want to see if we can keep ourselves somewhat off of her radar.
So step 1, find out where she is. Step 2, find out how to get to her. And step 3, confirm the location of the items.
Mhm.
Sounds pretty simple.
Eh?
who's going to be taking point on this? Because I'm pretty sure me would not be a good point taker, because I don't know if there's many kobolds down in high tide who would be intimidating. Because I mean, we're short. We might bite your ankles, but I mean, I do have guns, so I don't know. Maybe.
We have a sailor and a thief, and as far as pirates go, that's about as close as we can get, so I would assume we're following their lead.
As much as I like to think that I can be intimidating, I feel like Zaan's a better one for this.
Yes, but you're a little bit more charismatic, and you know thieves can't.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, I wouldn't mind following your lead. I'm pretty sure you could steer us in the right direction.
He can
always
be
help
the
if needed.
Yeah.
he can be the scary one. You could be the charming one.
Yeah.
Good cop,
sheriff,
bad cop.
bad sheriff.
Good
Yeah.
cop, bad
Yeah.
cop.
Weird that the good cop is the one who will probably take your purse.
No.
Speaking of purses,
Oh
No.
yeah. Speaking of purses.
Okay, well, one will take your purse, the other one will kill you and then take your purse.
I have a bag of holding, as do you, Vanera, correct? Do you think we should split some of our monies between the two of us, just in case if one of us gets jumped, we won't lose all of it?
I keep all my money in the spider bag. I turn around and just blinks at everyone.
Okay, first off, yummy. Second off, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Also hard to break into.
Fair.
One thing I guess we didn't really establish out of character is the amount of our money that we left in that little chest that we made in the rotating room. So we didn't ever specify like a percentage or like an amount of how much we have on us that is in there.
Yeah, because I
will
still
say,
have a lot.
retroactively speaking, if you wanted to leave your money in there, you had plenty of time to think about it, plenty of time to prepare. There was a lot happening, so I can understand why we, would have missed that at this point.
Yeah.
But I will allow some retroactive
money stashing.
depositing of money.
Okay.
So
we
make
need
notes somewhere how
Okay.
much you have on you.
Okay.
So we need to have some for general purposes, but we don't need to be taking all of it with us. I'll keep 500, I think.
I was going to keep like 1,000 gold. No, you know what? Heck it. I'm going to keep 5,000 gold. Because, I don't know, there might be a shiny rock that I want to buy.
It's a pirate place, just take it.
I mean, I want to be kind of reputable. There could be a shiny gun that I want.
I think reputable in this place does not mean what it usually means.
I do not think that means that word means what you think it means.
Well, anyway, I'm going to keep 5,000 gold. Just in case.
As we're leaving, Pez's like, I wonder what happened to my 5,000 gold.
Look, I have so much gold, I don't know what to do with it. Hamburger keeps eating it, pooping it out, thinking it's platinum, but it's not.
Wait a minute. Is Magnus hollow?
No.
You're gonna put gold coins in it as a purse?
Yes, this is literally what I was considering. Okay, well, Magnus isn't hollow.
Just
so that
shoveling
doesn't work.
fistfuls of gold into his mouth.
He just gets bigger.
I'm now imagining Naruto's little coin frog.
Fuck, yes!
Damn, why can't I have this?
You didn't ask.
Lick yourself normally.
Lum, 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 lum.
Between all my platinum and gold, I have almost 4,000. So I'm depositing most of that.
What?
Yeah,
How
I'm
much
gonna
do you have?
Between the platinum and gold I have almost 4,000 gold.
Wow, you're poor.
Because I spent all my money on
Yeah.
bullshit.
I didn't.
I
Actually,
didn't.
I
You
did
spent
not.
more of my money than yours on that bullshit.
Yeah, but then we got more money later, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm keeping the majority of my gold back at the thing. I'm gonna keep 500 on me.
I'm
Like
secretly a
keeping-
dragon and I hoard it.
Great, now we got one in both campaigns.
Okay. So, any further planning discussion you all would like to do?
We're gonna be winging this shit pretty fucking hard.
Oh,
Straight toward the sand fog.
Bring in the
I
ship.
will let them in on something I've been keeping close to the vest.
Excuse me?
Do you have a vest?
I will pop out the ammo holder of my middle finger, the
Mhm.
current handgun I have installed. And on top, in the first whatever it is, I can't remember if it's like a magazine or whatever, or if it's a 6-shooter. But the first round has a little sigil on it. Like, I've been holding onto this for a while. It's a sigil of the choking cloud that, I'll look at Pez, your sister gave me. So if we ever get into a situation and I say choke, hold your breath, and I'll fire it at the ground to give us some cover.
It's fair. Good work.
Okay.
Because it doesn't affect me because I don't need to breathe.
I also have my my breather's mask, and I just like pull it down. So I'm pretty sure I'm good.
It's,
I'm really fast.
from what I've heard, it's potent.
So do you think I could smell it through this?
We'll find out, I guess.
Let's not
Okay.
and say we did.
But then I'll load my gun back. I haven't had a chance to use that yet, but we haven't been in a situation where it would be necessary.
Okay. Don't we have plenty of options, it seems.
Okay. You all take some time to discuss possible outcomes, possible scenarios. There's a whole lot of uncertainty. None of you have ever been to High Tide. None of you know anyone in High Tide, and the captain is only able to give you so much information himself. And with the promise of arriving the next day, that's where we're going to end for tonight. So, thank you all so much for joining us on this very well-rolled traveling set of days. Next Friday, we'll be doing Storm King's Chaos, barring any potential hiccups or other problems. And if you want to be kept up to date on that, join the Discord. Link should also be found down below for that, if it's on YouTube or podcast form. It's everywhere across all of our things, so it's very easy to find, very easy to join us, and just kind of listen in, lurk, or join in the conversation.
God damn it.
But as far as the Tales of Archeron goes, we will be back in 2 weeks to see how these lovely, intelligent people of mine handle
Sensing some
being
heavy
in a
sarcasm.
lawless pirate town. Anyone else have
Oh,
anything
I'm
that
gonna
they want
fucking love
to
this shit.
talk about, mention?
No.
No?
As plays on Tuesday.
It was a good session.
Okay. Everybody have a safe weekend. We'll see you the next time we go live. Good night, everybody!
Bye bye.